And, let's take another moment. Being even more Tumblr-ish than usual. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary pansexual amoebas. This is Mediasreams, and today we are playing Jurassic World Evolution because I think it is a pretty swell game. It's got its problems, major problems, but I like it, and it's way better than the most recent movies. And I think there's a really good game in here. If I want this same studio, I don't have the case right next to me, so I can't look to see what the studio was. But I think if this studio maintains the Jurassic Park license and comes out with a game that's a sequel to this, that builds on what this game did right, and adds stuff that this game lacks, like larger maps and more like micromanaging stuff, and to be specific. And then they don't rush that game out to I think they have something really good here. I think this has the potential, the Jurassic World like Evolution franchise, if it becomes a series of games, has the potential to be the best theme park simulator ever, and I have a really soft spot for games like this. I'm an easy lay for dinosaurs, and I'm an easy lay for theme park simulators. And this game is up my alley, and it's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites in this genre. My nose is a little stuffy because, baby, it's cold outside. Which, you know, it's that wonderful time of the year again where we get to pretend like Baby It's Cold Outside was about date rape and not about, breaking social norms of the time. But, you know, don't let context get in the way of your SJW message. You know, just don't. Alright, Noah Wiley and the Survivor both said hello. So what we're going to do... Switch monitors again. Just cracking up a cold one. Noah Wiley said, so you're playing Jurassic Park today? Yes. Because I've put this game on the poll a lot, and it doesn't get hardly any votes anytime I've put it on the poll. It's gone up against Red Dead Redemption, Bloodborne, God of War. I think that's it, actually. And it's always been the lowest one in those polls, and I'm just like, this is never going to win a poll because I have so many better games. And so I'm gonna just no poll. It's Wednesday, I'm off, and you know, schools were shut down for Bush's funeral, and so we're going to play this game. We're gonna go challenge. We're gonna do a challenge. We're gonna play for about 3 hours, and we're gonna see where we're at from there. Shadowhawk said, "Ooh, Dinosaur Planet." The Survivor asked, "Have you played Red Dead Redemption 2 online?" No, I don't have PlayStation Plus. And I don't feel like spending money on PlayStation Plus just to play an online mode for a game I love, but I'm not sure I'd like the online component because I did not like the online component in the first Red Dead. I was not a fan of GTA 5 online, and so it's just I'm holding off on that for a while. And I also want to get together a crew. I need to tweet about that when I do have PlayStation Plus and I set up like my own gang, I'm gonna put on Twitter and on YouTube here information about like how to join my guild or whatever, so we could all play together. Shadowhawk and Noah Wiley apparently both voted for this. Thank you. Because we're doing a challenge, I get to kind of use this as a tutorial. I don't know all the ins and outs of this game. I haven't, like... I mean, I've platinumed it. I did platinum this game. But I haven't... challenge mode, and I haven't gotten any of them. Just because I haven't played the challenge mode enough. Anyway. Yeah, I know how the challenges work. Challenge yourself to achieve a 5-star island rating.
Welcome to Isla Nublar. Here's where you get to prove you can
First thing
succeed
first,
where others have failed.
Gotta build an expedition
In
center.
challenge mode,
Let's
your
build
ability to
it
run and manage a park will
about
really
right
be put
there.
to the test.
And then right across from that, we'll build the fossil center.
It looks like you've run out of power. That's not good. Build more power stations or increase your output.
And then here in this little corner, we're gonna have this be kind of the power center. This is where we're gonna put all the power stations, or try to anyway. So let's put a small power station. Let's put it here. It doesn't really matter. And then kind of squeeze in the squeeze in the substation here. That here. And that's... Yes. Okay, here we go. And I gotta have the paths. That's kind of the cool thing, even though, it's actually limiting. It seems cool on paper, but it actually feels a lot more limiting in practice. The fact that you have to have, in order for a building to work, you have to have it powered up, and you have to have a pathway for it. So while that is going on, let's build our first enclosure. So we're gonna kind of use, we're gonna try to have just one hatchery. It'll save a lot of space in the end, because these things take up a lot more space than any of the other buildings, so it really adds up in the end. Noah Wiley asked, do you have a runny nose? No, just the opposite, actually. It's all dried out.
An expedition center will allow you to send
It's all like
teams
inflamed and
around
stuff.
the world
That's
in
why I'm
search
all
of new
nasally.
dino fossils.
There's
DNA
nothing
can be
there.
extracted from these fossils, which our scientists can then
Yeah,
turn
no,
into
no,
living,
expedition.
breathing dinosaurs.
Expedition
And
center.
that's our true lifeblood.
Alright, so let's, it's gonna take a couple digs to get anything worthwhile, so let's actually start going for, I think it's the most valuable in that group, and that's, the Ceratosaurus. Vincent A10 asked, is this game like SimCity? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, I need a research center. So let's get a research center. Closer, but the water's in the way. I'm probably gonna need another substation. Here. See, with all the like pathways and stuff, it just eventually
Nice
makes
work on that
the
expedition
game
contract.
makes the map look
Hopefully
like
what
a
you
mess.
brought back doesn't end up as another thorn in our side.
Let's go to the fossil center.
I'm bringing this contract to you while it's still hot.
Do a little bit of landscaping to clear out this water. I'm thinking, well, let's build my first habitat first before I actually figure out where I'm going to put the ranger station and the ACU center. To be very large. Let's put in water. Put it here somewhere. There we go. Let's get the viewing gallery. We won't connect and have it all set up just yet. Because I'm not sure if, let's go for Ceratosaurus again. What's one here? Or Huayongosaurus. Alright. First thing you want to do, every time the island levels up a little bit, you want to check this. It'll save you money in the
Research Center
end.
lets you improve your park in various
But these things you want to
exciting
get
ways.
as soon as
New
possible.
buildings, upgrades, and more
Otherwise, your
await.
dinosaurs will start to die. But I don't have to worry about that until I start actually getting dinosaurs. So let's put a feather in that cap for now. The survivor said, online's pretty cool. It's difficult to get money, ironically, and the people you meet are usually peaceful or trigger happy as hell. Also, another thing. Alright, that should get me a Ceratosaurus. That should be enough. So let's send my team there. And let's get this connected. Then let's put a substation there. Put it. Oh, Ceratosaurus is at 48%. Or is it still? Okay, yeah, it's still doing a fossil, so it should. So I should be able to get a Ceratosaurus in. If not, I'm gonna be kind of mad. Yep, new viable genome. So let's go ahead and build ourselves a Ceratosaurus.
I never doubted you.
And then let's...
Which is to say, I did have some doubt. But you've come through, so thanks.
Carnivore feeder, let's put it there.
I'd strongly suggest you consider taking this contract.
Let's put a fence or a gate in my enclosure. Then gotta build a ranger station. Constructed by the water, I guess. All right, let's clear more of the water then. We also gotta build an ACU center. I'll put it here. These are right at... Aw. There we go. Don't think one small part. Is it going to be alright? Well, we'll see when the ACU center is done. Noah Wiley said, I remember when I played Zoo Tycoon, I loved playing the game when I was a kid. Yeah, I love games like this. Zoo Tycoon is one of the better ones, too. Alright, should I try and go for Edmontosaurus? Nah, I'm gonna go for Triceratops. Yeah, I need a dinosaur. I need the Ceratosaurus. I'm bleeding money. It takes so long. There's so much grinding in this game. But that's just the nature of the beast. It's like real life. Okay, yeah, that's not enough. And after I'm done with these fossils, I'll shut down the expeditions for now. So I shut down the expedition center because it doesn't need power. That powers up the ACU center. Yeah, right now there's nobody here. There's no outdoors here. No reason for them to show up, but now there is.
Way to go.
The Survivor TV show Doctor. I watched the first season or two. I wasn't a fan.
Carnivore, I see.
To be
This
perfectly
time,
honest.
a Ceratosaurus. There are distinctive spines that run down its back, and a bladed horn on its head. Just what you don't want to run into when you're out there alone.
Alright, so I'm gonna leave this up to you. Hold on. So what I said, yeah, that's the downside of these games. They take a while to get things done. The Shadowhawk said I'm playing some Rivals of Ether to get hype for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I wish I had a Switch. Anyway, so I'm gonna let you guys decide, and I think I already know what you guys would pick. Should I have a carnivore-centered park or a herbivore-centered park? I'm leaning towards carnivore-centered park, since I already have the Ceratosaurus. Carnivores tend to want to be more alone, though. Whereas herbivores, you can group together a lot more easily. And now that I have actual profits...
This new contract just came in, and it has your name written all over it.
I can actually take out 2 birds with one stone here. I get modify genome, modify its resilience to be 19 or higher. I'll hold off on that because I don't have the expedition center right now. Well, I don't need the ranger station right this minute. So let's deactivate that. Let's fire up the expedition center again. Let's improve my odds with the Ceratosaurus. I mean, I'm going to have some other dinosaurs of various food types. No, because this is where I want all my power stations. Decisions on how to use this space. Well, regardless, I need to put some guest stuff here. So let's, put a fast food place. Fast food place here. We'll put the gift shop right next to it. And then once these are done, I'll create another Ceratosaurus with the resilience of 19. In the meantime, where's my resource? What do I need to get the medium power station? Is it worth waiting for? Power, large substation, medium power center. Okay, I only need 1 star for the medium power center, so I think I might wait on that then. Oh, that's right, I don't have power. I can't wait. Okay, I'm gonna build. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build a small power station. But I'm gonna build it like out in the middle here. And then when I have the medium power station ready, I'll build that like in between. And possibly tear this one down. So I think a medium power station should be able to fit in this vicinity. That should work. Meantime, Okay, where this viability 62%. I like those odds, but I don't have enough money. I got a gift shop. I got the fast food. I don't think operation stuff takes any extra money, so I should be good on that. Oh, I know what I can do. Down people. Oh, that's right. You can't drive through trees. That bugs me. You can't drive through forests. You can take pictures of the dinosaurs in this game. I wish you could save them. Like they go into a portfolio or something. Alright. Yeah. The survivor said that Red Manuel is not a jerk, gets a punch. Yeah. Juan Carlos Prandy says hello. Should be enough money to get what I want. It is not. I need 500. Oh god. I forgot how expensive some of these dinosaurs were. Okay then. Save the plans. Go to the Expedition Center. And let's finish getting that Triceratops genome. Noah Wiley said, wow, you could drive in this game? Yeah, I guess. I won't say it's clunky. It is very weighty, though. Because not only can you do that, but while we're waiting for that helicopter to get back to support fossils, you can't run people over, they'll automatically get out of the way. If you try driving through trees, you'll get stopped if it's too thick. Like I can't go any further. It takes a while to do anything. It takes a while to.
For continued success, the Hammond Foundation will be taking a proportion of your income.
You can actually shoot the darts. These aren't trank darts though, and this makes no sense to me. These are medical darts. Your dinosaurs can get sick, and when they do, you have to medicate them. Now, you can do it automatically by assigning the ranger team to do the thing, or you can manually do it yourself. What's this guy's problem? Oh, he doesn't have enough grassland. Oh, man. Wait. You know what? I'll give him some extra grassland anyway. If I didn't notice when I did, this could have turned out very badly. Okay. Luckily, Ceratosaurus is one of the most temperamental of the carnivores. If this was a Velociraptor, he would have done broken out and eaten people a long time ago. See, I was even worried that I didn't give him enough room. I thought I did. go to the Fossil Center. I love the animations of this game. They really did a good job with the little details, making them really feel like animals. And they've only improved with that. They only recently added in things like sleeping and hurting. That was something that they were lacking early on. New viable genome. Let's see how much the Triceratops is. 230,000. Not worth it when I'm trying to get another Ceratosaurus in there. How much? So it's probably not worth it to build another. So I also gotta think I'd have to have it in its own enclosure, otherwise they'd fight. Let's check the research center, see if there's anything I need. No, nothing I need to get right this second. Oh. As far as, like, the vehicles go, you can also, drive the helicopter. And the helicopter does have a train car. This is why you really need to have the ACU center before you start, getting the carnivores. Because when a dinosaur busts out, you have to have the helicopter, tranquilize them. You also have to have the tranquilizer, the helicopter to, like, relocate them. 60,000. There's something I can, like, sell. There's something I don't need right now. No, not really. So I guess now we play the waiting game until I have the 572,000 required to incubate the Ceratosaurus. Just checking Twitter and stuff. I've been really active on Twitter the last couple days. It's because I haven't been working a lot. No, Wiley's asked, how long is the money-making progress in this game? It depends. Okay, so I can actually do that right now. I can kind of show you the breakdown of how this works. It's really interesting, but it's also like kind of a hold into some RNG stuff. So you got this finances tab. And what it does is, yeah. So ticket sales, that's how many people are entering the park, or how much money you're making total based on, the park attendance, which I think... Island rating? Yeah, there's 312 people in this park right now.
Responsible management of our animals is key, as is creating
I have a
safe
5-star
environment
facility
for our
rating
visitors.
and, like, 0.1 star dinosaur rating. Because I only got one dinosaur. So, Your island rating, that kind of determines how many people are at your island, but it works very differently. Okay, so I'm breaking down some of the RNG stuff on this game. So dinosaur rating, that is based on if we go back to here, that is based on if you see down in the right hand side, the genome traits, you have attack, defense, lifespan, resilience, viability, rating, skin. That rating, that number, that determines your dinosaur rating. The more dinosaurs you have, and the more variety, just the more dinosaurs you have, the more your overall dinosaur rating will be. The better dinosaurs you have, like Ceratosaurus is worth, or this Ceratosaurus, this is with altered genome, is worth a 77. At the default, you look at rating down there at the bottom, 77. But if I were to take away this resilience trait, it would be a 75. And so, adding in Triceratops, that would bring my overall rating, because the Ceratosaurus I have is a 75 plus 29. That would be 104. So that would make my dinosaur rating 104. But as it stands right now, my dinosaur rating is only 68 at its base. I don't know why though. Oh, because part of what calculates the individual dinosaur's rating is how much of the genome you have. And when I built that Ceratosaurus, it was only at like 52. Now it's at like 59. So that Ceratosaurus has a dinosaur rating of 68. Authenticity is a 2. I don't know how the authenticity thing is calculated. I think it's based on like percentage. So like if you have a 52%, then your authenticity is 2. If you have a 100%, then the authenticity is 50 for that individual dinosaur. And these numbers right here, this is total. It's just really easy to break down because I only have the one dinosaur. Combat infamy, that is based on dinosaur fights. You could have the dinosaurs fight and they kill each other, and that improves the combat infamy. Welfare penalty, now this is determined by their comfort and health. The lower their health, the more you're getting taken off by the welfare penalty. And variety penalty, again, I don't know what calculates that, but right now, because I only have one dinosaur, it's at a minus 39. So right now my dinosaur rating is 31. Now that 31 of 5,000, you have to have a 5,000 dinosaur rating total in order to have 5 stars. But you can go on above that with the dinosaur rating, and it won't actually matter, actually. Then with facility rating, it's based around percentage. Guest injuries, none. Shelter protection, none. More shelter protection means it is better. Operational hotel, 0. That hotels determine like how many guests you can have at one point, at one time. Dinosaur visibility, how many of your dinosaurs are visible? How much of their enclosures is visible? Food rating, that's the food, the restaurants, fast food. Same thing with drink, fun, shopping. Then transport is based around how much, how I think, yep, I have enough to build the Ceratosaurus now. And so that determines how many people will enter your park. So the higher your dinosaur rating and the higher your facility rating, the more people will start flooding into your park. And the more people flood into your park, the harder it is to actually maintain that 5-star facility rating. Like that facility rating will go down as I expand the park and add in more enclosures. So $150,000 in ticket sales. $448 for the attractions. That's how many. And this is profit per minute. And then expenses, how much you're spending on power, how much you're spending on maintaining the attractions, and how much the Hammond Foundation is taking out. So your total profit minus your deductions. I was worried this would happen. Failed to hatch, so I have to discard and wait again. This is why I wanted to improve it a little bit before I tried. But I think it will always fail your second dinosaur. I think it will just always fail it to teach you that. Which is frustrating because it's like, okay, I've played challenge mode before. I've done this. I know what it's like to have an incubation failure. You don't have to automatically fail me just because it's my second dinosaur. Let's I already have Triceratops. Let's get some Struthiomimus fossils. And you know what? Because that incubation failed. I don't even have enough for Triceratops anyway. There will come a point where you have more money than you know what to do with. But getting to that point takes a long time. It really does. Let's, instead of getting these fossils right now, let's hold on to them and just sell the things. Because that'll help. That helps a lot, actually. I'm at 446,000 already. Let's... Either of these... No, I'd have to sell them both, and I don't want to do that. You can't sell the fossils instead of processing them. I could spend hours just watching the dinosaurs go about their day, walking around, chirping, roaring, drinking, eating, sleeping. That's the best part of this game. And what I mean by that, and I talked about this on Twitter when I first played this game. The thing it does right the most is it treats the dinosaurs like actual animals. And that's something I feel like is lacking in most dinosaur mediums. So many movies, so many games, they treat the dinosaurs like monsters. They're not monsters. They are animals. They are animals that really existed. They are animals that were kind of like mixes between birds and crocodiles. They shared common ancestors with both. They ate, they slept, they drank, they defecated. They behaved. And they behaved like animals would, like big animals would. They weren't just big dumb monsters. Very few of them had any kind of intelligence, and even the most intelligent ones were probably, again, we don't know for sure because they're not around anymore, sadly. But the smartest ones were probably like, well, like chicken intelligence, which is still pretty intelligent as far as the animal kingdom goes. And this game gets that right. They act like animals. They act like living, breathing creatures in this game. Which is... It's like the people who developed this game have a better understanding of the appeal of Jurassic Park than the people making the movies now. Because that was a big thing in the first Jurassic Park movie. Steven Spielberg was like, no, they're animals. They talk a lot about like how they're basically big, scaly birds. Things like the Gallimimus scene. Even the monster ones, like T-Rex, is just a curious, hungry animal. And the raptors are the villains, and even they act very bird-like and stuff. And they really put the effort into making it viable. Lost World did this to a lesser extent. Jurassic Park 3, I feel, is when... Oh, fucking motherfucker there. Can I, like, reload the autosave? Nah. Try again. I have no idea when the autosave. I don't know how far it would take me back, so I'm not gonna risk it. So says, you know what? I am just going to. Guys, I have such a skeleton crew already. How much would I give for demolishing the fast food? 127,000? How much would I give for demolishing the gift shop? 97,000? I'm gonna demolish the fast food. Give me a little boost there. Sparrow said, yep, if you mess with them, they will straight up kill you in the movies. Didn't learn this at all. GQ Smith says, sup media. Shadowhawk says, safe's coming, really wanted a Miles move. No, I'm not gonna save scum. Not for this. Mostly because the load screens are kind of abysmal. Not like aesthetically, I'm just talking, it takes this game... It's not very well optimized when it comes to loading and processing and stuff like that. So as soon as I have another Ceratosaurus, I will rebuild. I'll actually probably upgrade it to a restaurant instead of a fast food joint. And then I'll get to work on my next enclosure. Shadowhawk like an XCOM, I see it, but this game, that's like retconning an after credit scene. Feeder needs resupply. That's gonna set me back a couple thousand.
The last thing you'll want is hungry dinosaurs in your park. Use a
Oh,
ranger team to resupply
200,000,
feeders.
Jesus. I'm gonna wait until I absolutely have to. Oh, he's sleeping. The first time I've seen a dinosaur sleeping in this game. Well, no, actually, that's the first time I've seen a Ceratosaurus sleeping. I'm screenshotting that all. I did it just in time too because he started getting up. so majestic. And this is like the lowest level carnivore. Shadowhawk, like retconning an after credit scene, which Ruby did somehow. Yeah. Don't get me started on that. I don't know. It'll only give me 25,000. How much is it to just build another thing? Because that almost seems like it would be 250,000. 200,000 for that. Now, if he starts going hungry, I'll just freaking build a goat feeder instead, and then get 25,000. Get a, you know, that'll cost 200,000, but then I'll get 25,000 of that back by selling the regular feeder. That's a net gain of 25,000 compared to if I just refill this. Yeah, he's still got a while before he's gonna get hungry. I might be able to afford another thing. Another Ceratosaurus. The dinosaur variety in this game, I like it. It's a little odd though. It feels like they put some obscure dinosaurs in here, but then didn't put some like no-brainers. For instance, can play with this game, something that they can't really add in with DLC, and something that I would really love. Dinosaurs or plesiosaurs in this game. I find that very concerning. All the animals in this game are dinosaurs, are actual dinosaurs. I wish there was like a pterosaur style enclosure, like instead of just this generic Hammond creation lab, have like a pterosaur lab. You can then have like a different kind of enclosure, like these gates. Fences. I only have the fence and gate right now, or fence, yeah, fence and gate right now. Light steel fence, by the way. But have like an aviation fence that will actually like dome around, and then when you connect it, it'll actually like create a dome. And you can create like a special view. Then it comes with like a special viewing platform. And then from there you can fill it up with different types of pterosaurs. I would really like that. And you can create like an entire bird theme park. Or, not bird theme, but pterosaur theme. Same thing with ichthyosaur, like take something like this and actually have like not so much in the landscape, but in the enclosure section. Again, like in the fin section, be like water enclosure, and then build a thing, and then it creates like a really deep pool for it. Which you could like use to incubate mosasaurs, ichthyosaurs, plesiosaurs, pliosaurs. You know, aquatic reptiles. That would be really cool. Well, I can incubate the Ceratosaurus now. But now I don't have enough to refill this. But I might by the time Okay, yeah, I do. Right, this is gonna put me back. God, this also bugs me. So, I mean, I get you can cancel and that. So you can save your money and be like, okay, never mind, I'll just rather have the dinosaur die. It kind of bugs me that, like, oh, I still have 42,000. Oh, wait, it hasn't deducted from the medication. In fact, you know what?
Like us, different dinosaurs require different diets. Make sure to place the correct type of feeder in an enclosure. I'm a red meat man myself.
Source of common cold. Okay. And I think I should be okay. I think I should be okay to start building the Triceratops enclosure. So we're gonna put the viewing gallery around here, so let's give myself... I kind of like to start with the viewing gallery, or the hatchery, but I'm not going to use a separate hatchery. Oh, but I think I'm going to have to. Okay, he's healing. Yeah, it's going to be a while before he's actually hungry and eating food. So I should be good. I should be good on that. I'm thinking of how I'm going to get the Triceratops into its own enclosure. Because here's the thing. I'd have to shrink it and then transport it into the enclosure. Unless I build a whole other hatchery, but the hatcheries cost so much money. They cost like 400,000. But if it's passed out, the Ceratosaurus might kill it before I have a chance to transport it. So do I knock the Ceratosaurus out and then transport both of them at the same time? Just transport the Ceratosaurus from one part of the enclosure to the other while transporting the Triceratops to its own enclosure? I think that might be my most cost-effective option. So I'm gonna wait until the Triceratops enclosure is like fully ready, though, before I even start really planning that. Okay, so I'm gonna have it actually be about here. Take a path. Triceratopses do not need a lot of room. They're one of the easiest things to incubate. Would be right for too expensive. Okay, I don't have enough to finish the enclosure yet. But I soon will, because this thing is ready to go. Little Greg said, this game, the Operation Genesis successor. Yes, this is very much like Operation Genesis. I feel like Operation Genesis is a little better. Oh, it's got better theme park mechanics.
As we improve our capability to create these dinosaurs, we can create more stable communities of animals. True resurrection is at hand if we are willing to embrace it.
Let's just resupply that now that I can. And let's Either security or science again. Let's go science again.
I've got a new opportunity with the science division, if you're interested.
Because
you should be.
Once I have quite a bit of money, I'm gonna knock out... Once I knock out both of these ceratosaurs, I'm gonna sell the thing. This is the alpha now. So he's got the higher rating. That's part of the herding mechanic that they've added in more recently. Let's clear out some of these trees. Not sure if this is quite big enough. I think it might need to be a little bigger. What's the view like?
So you've got dinosaurs your guests want to get up close and personal with. The thing is, they can't. Construct facilities to increase visibility and keep visitors the right side of the safety glass.
Now let's build it a little bigger. So much off. Clear these trees. Let's put in some water. And let's get a ground feeder. And let's get a Triceratops ready to go. Oh, you guys are all talking about StarCraft. You artisan never watched Jurassic Park. Ooh, shame on you. It's a great movie. And it's one of the reasons why I got into dinosaurs as much as I did as a kid. 230,000. Should only be one more minute though. Okay. I'm down to $753. I mean, I'll have like 10,000. Yeah, 16,000. I'm making 16,000 per minute. And then once the Triceratops is ready, I will knock out both the Ceratosaurus. I will sell this one off to complete the security contract. And then I will move the Triceratops into its enclosure. And then I will wake up the first Ceratosaurus. Orestes Lazaridis said best game description ever. Yeah. Metal Dragon said I had Metal Dragon said I have twice and it's actually pretty impressive that most of the dinosaurs were not CGI. Yeah, the first Jurassic Park movie, they actually wanted to use all animatronics. And for the white shots, they actually wanted to do stop motion. They wanted stop motion puppets. I'm gonna go ahead and send the helicopters out.
Setting additional task.
But then like partway through production, they were like, "This is gonna look a lot cooler if we do CGI," and so they ended up doing CGI instead. But it was used very sparingly. There's only a couple shots where the dinosaurs are fully CGI. Like, I know the Gallimimus scene is mostly CGI. And a lot of the wide shots with the T-Rex, where you actually see the full T-Rex, is CGI. But there's a lot of that movie that is all practical. It's massive animatronics.
You'll need to call in the offshore transport team to safely move this dinosaur back to its enclosure.
This guy goes back.
Adding
Starts making those. Go ahead and sell that.
Collection request.
And once the Triceratops is in the air, or almost in the air,
Might be cute now,
I will
but that's only gonna
wake the
last for
Ceratosaurus
about a
up.
week.
GQ Smith said Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is the best dinosaur movie. Fuck. No, it's not. And you're on the Discord, so you're doing that just to mess with me because you already know my thoughts on that movie. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is an abomination. It is
Transit has
offensive for the Jurassic Park franchise. We're back at 0% because all my dinosaurs are asleep.
The security division can only control the populations we have on the islands. I wonder what'll happen with those sold dinosaurs out in the world. That's for others to concern themselves with, I guess.
You know what else to do? First of all,
I've got a new offer for you to review.
Asset in transit.
so I feel like the Ceratosaurus will end up eating anything. So I am going to actually make another Hammond Creation Lab. Soon. First, let's get a
Asset
restaurant.
transportation complete.
Let's put it right here. You're all comfortable, right? Okay. Don't quite have enough for another incubation center yet. So I'm gonna wait for that. I'm gonna get ready. Profit per minute minus 47,000. Hold on. That should be right. Okay, they're all in the blue still. Okay. Gotta make sure, because every like viewing gallery you have, they'll either in a hotel. This applies to hotels as well. It'll kind of reset your guest rating. You calculate, okay, is this within a reasonable distance to a gift shop, a place for shopping, fun, food, and drink. Metal Dragon says, speaking of dinosaurs, the second Godzilla movie is shaping up to be really entertaining. The monster designs are actually pretty bang on, though I personally like what they did with yeah, I'm really excited for the new Godzilla movie, to be perfectly honest. I think it has the potential to be the best Godzilla movie ever. I have my doubts. You know, these are the same guys who found a way to mock up the last movie, make it not so good. Let's put it here. Extend the enclosure a bit. With the hatcheries, you really just need to connect it to a pathway. People don't go in and out, so. Let's squeeze it right in there, because nothing else is gonna fit. There we go. Now I can safely incubate herbivores here. Let's check the research. No, I still haven't reached 1 star. Let's get me a Scorpion. Next time I have the kind of money I would need to do it, I'll throw in another high-ranked Ceratosaurus into this enclosure, just to get that rating. What's the views like? Okay, most of the almost the entire enclosure is within this viewing gallery. There's like just a little corner there and there. Oh, I need a gate. I haven't put in a gate yet. Enclosures, gate. Where would the gate be? Probably be... Right here. So let's picture of the Triceratops doing something. Let's wait for it to do something though. Running counts. Turned away. It's grazing. Another thing that bugs me is that they'll graze, like this one is now. That's just one of their animations. But that doesn't help their food rate. That doesn't help their food. Like it doesn't replenish his food bar. Which I guess I should go do that. I can't do that to the Triceratops because he's hiding. So here you got status, what they're doing. This Ceratosaurus is just roaming around. Then whether they're healthy or sick. Got their health, their food, their hunger level, their water level. Once it's in the red, they'll start to seek out food or water. And if it stays in the red for too long, it will negatively impact their health. Then you got comfort level, which is how comfortable they are. How much grassland they have, how much forest they have, their population and social needs. So long as it's in the blue, their comfort will stay in the blue. But if any of those fall into the red, their comfort will start to go down, and if their comfort goes into the red, they'll try to bust out of their enclosure. So it's something you gotta kind of watch out for. But one thing, another just weird design choice that I'm fine with, just because it helps the game out, is that their grassland and forest areas don't expand the more dinosaurs you have. So like, Triceratops has, pretty minimal needs. So long as those needs are met, you can fill the enclosure up with as many Triceratops as you want. Well, not as many, because they have liminal social needs. So yeah, you got profiling, brief description, type. This is an armored herbivore. Appetite, which is how much they'll eat in a single sitting, and metabolism determines like how often they will eat. Comfort threshold, that's how far their comfort can go down before they start getting antsy. Grassland and forest, which that's just how much they need. Ideal population 116. They're just perfectly fine on their own. Any more than 16 total dinosaurs, they'll start to get nervous. Social group 1 to 6. That's how many of the same species can be in it. So like again, like perfectly fine on its own. Any more than 6 Triceratops, and they'll start fighting. Disease, susceptible to hookworms, but immune to Campylobacter. Then height, weight, the 12-ton beast. Then rating, this is its base rating is 26, authenticity +3. Because the genome is at 53%. Combat infamy, welfare penalty. And welfare penalty, so long as it's full health and full comfort, the welfare will be 0. Then dinosaur genome, again, authenticity 63%. Skin, basic. Lifespan genes 55, age 3. Attack genes, defense genes, resilience, health, recovery, sedative resistance. All very minute things that you won't need. Then here, that's stats. Value, current sale value. If I tried selling this, I'd get 102,000 back. How many dinosaurs has it killed? How many goats has it killed? Goat kills. You'll never have goat kill for a herbivore. How many fences has it breached? How many humans has it killed? How many times have you medicated? How many times have you tranquilized it? And how many times it has caught a disease? 33,000. Let's we'll put in a pair of Struthia minuses. Help my variety rating. No, Dragon said, though the second movie does well, Sequels are gonna be in order in the real challenge rule. Yeah. Norway, the Sin, Mediocrity, how do you think of some of the older Godzilla movies? I think a lot of them are alright. A lot of them aren't. They're all cheesy fun, though, is the thing. They're all very fun movies. Even the bad ones. Yeah. Truthy Minus, you can basically do like a 1-by-1 fence area. Let's get a science contract.
There is a new job available.
100,000 for the
And
sale
I
of
know
items
just
found
the
on
person to do it.
expeditions. Okay, let's go on an expedition.
Don't let this opportunity pass you by.
Let's start getting Edmontosaurus. Then we'll get Hawaiian Gulsaurus. Oh, let's start getting another Ceratosaurus in there. To help my dinosaur rating. I have enough to start building another enclosure, but I don't have anything to put in the enclosure. Triceratops and Struthiomimus are here. Ceratosauruses are in here. Until I get like Hawaiian Gulsaurus and Edmontosaurus, I don't have any need for another hatchery or anything. Let's check my island rating. It's almost at 1 star. What can I improve? Fun rating, tree rating. They're all in the 70s. Is there a particular need that they're not? What's the lowest drink rating? Okay. What's the highest thing for drinks? I think it's fast food. No, fast food and restaurant both have the same drink rating. Fast food's a lot cheaper though. Oh no, restaurant's cheap. Why would you ever build a... Okay, this doesn't make sense to me. Why would you ever build a fast food place? It costs more to build. Oh, fun. Restaurant doesn't have any fun, has a 0 fun. Okay, that makes sense now. So it'll actually help your fun rating. Restaurants won't. Alrighty then, we'll build a fast food place right next to the Triceratops and the Struthiomimus. And that should bring me back up to a 5-star facility rating. And it'll also help my income per minute from guest facilities, my profit from guest facilities, and possibly get me access to more things within the challenge mode for the purposes of the Expedition Center. 60,000, yeah. I'm gonna keep tapping till we get that Edmontosaurus. When I have an Edmontosaurus, I'll take pictures of that in the Struthiomimus. You would think that the Struthiomimuses would herd together, so one of them would be the alpha. Oh, they are herding together. They are walking. They are walking together. They don't have a leader. I wonder if that's because they came at the same time. Or maybe it's because... No, because the Tyrannosaurus had a crown. So it's not because their social needs are one.
Look, there really is no other way to put it. You're
All
good
right.
at this paleo curation thing. Your park rating has
I've
not
reached
gone
1
unnoticed,
star.
and not just by me.
So now I should start investing in this stuff. And I should also... don't have quite enough for Admontosaurus yet. I need to start getting these
Sick
things.
dinosaurs can become potentially dangerous dinosaurs. You are upping the risk factor in the facilities.
Adding to the list.
He's got kind of cold. See? There's a Tyrannosaurus on the ground. Does Lithiumimus just ignore that mechanic? Or is it because there's not enough? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
Got an Admontosaurus coming. Just a little bit remaining. Then I'll start on this final medical research. Noah Wiley said, you know, lately I've been watching a lot of ape videos on YouTube. It's pretty fascinating. I was watching a lot of nature documentaries myself not too long ago. I was watching one on the African savannah with that was following a bunch of wildebeest. I always liked stuff like that as a kid. See, one of the things my parents would do is they would record things off the TV. So what you do, let's get baryonyx. And that'll be our next enclosure. In the meantime, oh, that's right, I just got a bunch of new dinosaurs too. Ankylosaurus. Any carnivores? Yeah, I got the Velociraptor now. Dilophosaurus. So let's actually start going for the Velociraptor. And we'll put the Velociraptors... We'll put them... should we put them with the Ceratosaurus? No, I'm gonna put the Dilophosaurus with the Ceratosaurus. I'm gonna put the Baryonyx and the Velociraptors together. But anyway, so what you do back then is you hook your TV up to the VCR as an in and as an out. But primarily as an in at this point. You have like a blank tape and you put it into the VCR and you hit record, and then whatever is on your TV will record. And we recorded several different kinds of documentaries actually, not just nature documentaries. One tape that I had, it had an edition of Wild Discovery, which was a show that was on Discovery Channel, and they would go to like a certain area, a certain part of the world, and just describe like all the types of life that are there. And the one that I had was on South America. It was like I think they played multiple episodes actually, because it went all around South America, the rainforest and the mountains that are in a different area of South America. And on that same tape was something called the Extinction Files, which used really like wonky, dated 90s CGI to describe the history of life. Like it went through from the Cambrian period with like Anomalocaris, through the Permian period with Gorgosaurus, dinosaur times with Apatosaurus, the Ice Age times with saber-toothed tiger. I think that's actually all it did. It wasn't very comprehensive because it was only like an hour-long documentary. But I do remember it definitely had saber-toothed reptiles, the Gorgosaurus, Anomalocaris, and the terror birds. I remember that much specifically. And it was pretty freaking rad for me as a kid. Admittedly bright for my age, but not bright for like how smart I am now. Okay then, where am I gonna put this enclosure? It's gotta be pretty big because baryonyx requires a lot of room. So let's build it around this
dinosaur,
lagoon.
the Edmontosaurus, was originally uncovered at a site in Canada. I'll let you guess where. The T-Rex thinks these are delicious, and who's to argue?
Right off the Ceratosaurus enclosure. We'll go all the way around this lake. Again, I think this is going to be my only herbivore hatchery, because it's so off doing the fucking meat eaters, because they will eat things that are sleeping or that are knocked out. It's not good, or it's not easy anyway.
Looks like the expedition was a success.
So let's refill the feeder.
Feeder resupply request received.
And let's do a security contract.
We've some work you might be interested in.
I know while they said it was fun, I learned how start they are and why they don't any smarter for making simple tools that made you think similar and different. We were you're talking about what you were talking about earlier. You know, lately I've been watching a lot. Yeah. This contract requires Dilophosaurus, so I'm gonna go and excavate some Dilophosaurus. I should have started on my hatchery first. Oh, I'll get it. I'll get it here in a minute. Velociraptors are pretty expensive too, from what I remember. Okay, let's play Hammond Creation Lab. Perfect. It fits right there perfectly. I was thinking I was gonna have to tear down part of my fence and rebuild it. Need to power it. Now, cool thing, you can actually have substations in the enclosures as well as pylons. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna squeeze that one in here. And I'm gonna have it. Alongside. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, got it. Okay. Okay, so with the fences, seemingly, how do I explain this? So you have several different types of fences. You have light steel, heavy steel, and concrete. And then you also have electrified versions of all three. Now, the electrified versions do not take more damage. What they do is it reduces the rate of attack. So, like, dinosaur is in the red steel fence. 2 strikes of it will break a light steel fence, and it'll also break a electrified light steel fence. The difference is, I should probably research electrified heavy steel fence and then replace it as soon as possible. Replace this fence with that as soon as possible. But with the regular fence, they'll attack like every 5 seconds, but with an electric fence, they'll only attack every 10 seconds. So it gives you a lot more time. Am I gonna have to get a Velociraptor in there yet? No. There's 620,000. God. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of waiting in this game. So much waiting that I'm actually going to switch monitors for a hot minute and check stuff. I check my Discord. Someone tagged me in something.
The numbers are looking great.
Some good shit posts. we go. Alright, where's my money at now? We got something. Electrified heavy steel fences ready. Got me. Ah, man, and with Velociraptors, you gotta have two. So I'm basically waiting for about a 1.2 million. Probably more like 1.8 because one of them's gonna end up failing. Let's splurge a little bit and keep that from happening. Let's improve my Velociraptor rating. I'm gonna hit this contract pretty soon. The 20,000 total profit. That'll help. How long have I been going? Only an hour and a half. Okay. That's how long I thought. But sometimes you just get lost in this game. And you're just like, oh my god, I've been playing for 12 hours straight. At least that was my experience on my first playthrough. Or my only playthrough, I guess, because it's all the same profile. When I was doing the story mode, that's how it felt. I still have all this reviews for leader. Oh, I remember something else I was gonna do. I ain't gonna do it anymore. What is that noise? Yeah. Sacrificing about 60,000 to make sure that that one of the Velociraptors doesn't fail. Worth it. Especially since by the time that those... it's always worth it to extract the fossils. And by the time it's done, you get that money back. It's a lateral move to do that. Same thing with the expeditions. Alright, let's go for another Dilophosaurus. Get ready for this to do this contract. Dilophosaurus, I'll be able to get that away pretty much. I kind of want Velociraptors next. I don't know, should I get Velociraptor next or should I get Dilophosaurus next? Velociraptors are worth more, but they're also way more expensive. And I need two of them, whereas Dilophosaurus is fine on its own. I might to expand the enclosure a little bit. So I think Dilophosaurus also needs like a lot of forest, whereas Ceratosaurus needs a lot of grassland. I'll see when I have a Dilophosaurus in there. I know this is plenty big enough for Velociraptor. Velociraptors don't need much room. I'm more worried about the Baryonyx that I'm going to put in here eventually. To be able to get all 5 stars in 3 hours for that trophy. New viable genome. Okay, let's see how much it is. 465,000. Wait, do they get cheaper as you get more of them? I think so. So... let's have another Velociraptor outing. Let's see.
Way to bring this thing home.
I'm doing what I can to help you. Do what you can to help the security division.
Hatchery capacity. Building upgrade. Success rate. Hatchery capacity. Easy contract to fulfill. This is 538,000. Keep that in mind. Omar Salazar said, do you think if Jurassic Park was real and the commercial public view of it was a success, do you think it would fail like it always does in the movies or not? Also, personally, would you go to a park? I'll answer that second question first. Abso-freaking-lutely. I really wish Jurassic Park was real. Probably more than I should. As for your first question, no, I don't think it would fail. I don't think the scenario in the movie would happen. The movie was always like a worst case scenario type deal. Let's start replacing this stuff. Or not. It's a little too rich for my blood. I'll take my chances. I'm gonna regret that, by the way. I just know it. I just know I'm gonna end up regretting that. Yeah, now it's at 499,000. It does get cheaper as you have more of the genome. I did not notice that. Go for baryonics again. And then let's apply the hatchery capacity upgrade to this.
You may have added to our workload, but the new buildings appear to be a success.
With the hatcheries, this tab is what's getting hashed. Status, power required, dinosaurs reared, yada yada yada. The upgrades, and then whether you want it activated or not. All the activation does is really conserve on power.
This new contract was made for a person of your talents.
Alright, I want to wait until both of them are ready.
Be sure to take a look at your dino rating stat line. It's a critical snapshot of where we are. Where you are.
For this, I'm gonna actually have goats instead of the regular herbivore feeder, regular carnivore feeder. Yeah, that's really great. That one's only at 44%. For the contract. Can I... Hold on, I need to check. 51 rating. Yeah, 51 attack. Yeah, I need to get... I need to either improve its genome or get some upgrades. So let's actually go there. Hopefully I'll get a Dilophosaurus. Maybe I won't, but if I do, if I don't, I'll get something. Yeah, Aristus is right. Real life professionals tend to avoid, hopefully, lots of heavy mistakes like the ones done in the movies. Not only that, but like, as I said, dinosaurs weren't just monsters. We would be able to figure out how to, like, get them in a good habitat and set it all up for them. What's the enclosure view? Let's see. That's fine. Alright. We are ready to release the raptors. Velociraptors.
Look, raptors get a bad rap because people don't understand that they are, and always will be, alpha predators. Our job is to help them, the raptors, understand that we are as well.
God, the guy that they got to do the Chris Pratt
it's a balancing act, I get it, we all do. My point is, you need to provide the right amount of space for your dinosaurs. And this small enclosure ain't cutting it.
Yeah, it is. It's not the size. It's because there wasn't
nearing
enough.
Guest capacity. Hey! Now build a hotel so even more can stay. The more guests in the park, the more money in the bank, right?
Let's go ahead and get a Dilophosaurus in there, and then I'll start prepping the hotel. Oh God, where am I gonna put a hotel? I'm gonna probably have to put it over here. Or put it right there where I was gonna have the medium power station. And then just build my power stations in this area instead.
I guess it's true that you never quit. We need more people like you. This challenge looks interesting, and I thought of you first.
Easy money. An emergency shelter. Well, not easy money because I'm actually losing money on it. Easy contract. Build, connect, and power an emergency shelter, even though emergency shelters don't actually require power. So let's go to a hotel. 750,000. That's fine. I'll get that back soon. This one's the alpha. Yeah, my facility rating is dropping now. Because my dinosaur rating is so high that more people are coming into the park. And the capacity is just not big enough. The facilities aren't big enough to house them. Yeah, Dilophosaurus. That's fine. This is fine. I got a Dilophosaurus coming in.
Nice job.
I just got 100,000 for that.
Understand one another.
Which I guess actually did mean I got a net gain of 75,000.
You've done good work in the past. That's why I know you are perfect for this contract.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take some... Oh, I need to have a gate first, though.
Tourists love their photos. It's a way to prove to the folks back home that, yes, they did indeed see dinosaurs. This division has photo needs as well.
But you think the coolest thing about the first Jurassic World movie was the idea of people eventually getting bored of dinosaurs. And corporations be like, we need to build bigger, badder dinosaurs, more dangerous dinosaurs. Yep, there we go. Yep.
I myself have dabbled in photography. Nothing as good as this, mind you.
Let's put this one in the completed column. Thanks.
Even a full plate has room for a little more, don't you think? So why not give this new contract a once-over then?
Source.
Don't let this opportunity pass you by.
How much does it cost? I'm gonna build a hotel before I get baryonyx anyway. Yeah, it's 142,000. Hotel's a little bit more important. Yeah, here we got the Dilophosaurus. As much as I love Jurassic Park, I really don't like what they did to Dilophosaurus. Dilophosaurus is one of my favorite dinosaurs.
So instead, it hunted by scent.
I need to expand
And now,
it just
many
a little
predators
bit.
rely on that scent
Just
as
a little
well.
bit. Let's literally get fence. Here. Go here. And literally just follow around here. Take this out. See where he's at now. I don't think that actually expanded any of the forest. It did though. It did. Enough trees crept in. Right now he is happy. He is a happy Dilo. Okay, so Dilophosaurus was probably about twice this size. A Dilophosaurus would be able to compete with the Ceratosaurus. It would be able to go toe to toe with it. It was around the same size. It was a really big dinosaur. Yeah, see, they'll square up, but the small ones will always cower. So much so that they tend to forget to eat. So I think I'm gonna put in a goat feeder here. Just so that the Dilophosaurus doesn't get too skittish around the Ceratosaurus and not eat. Let's build that hotel. Right here. I don't even have to add anything. Although I'm probably going to have to take down this power station and move it.
There are many ways to measure success. Expenses, for instance. The more success we have, well,
Why did I fall
in this
down to
case
less than 1 star?
the more your expenses increase, huh?
What's going on here? still have variety? Why do I still have variety penalty? I have a bunch of different dinosaurs now.
Yes, this is exactly what we needed. Well done completing that contract.
Roll the irony. It's,
This may not be the easiest of contracts, but I have a feeling it'll be worth it.
in between the two power stations yet. They're receiving power to their substation, but now there is. Go ahead. Yeah, research, and I'm gonna get the medium power station.
Request acknowledged.
When the power station, when I have a medium power station built, I will tear this power station down and I will start building guest facilities for the hotel. Rusty's going to call it a night. People, it's 2 a.m. here. Oh, yeah, have a good night then. How long have I been going? I've been going for about 2 hours now.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
Yep, and now I'm back at 1.5 stars now that the thing is, the capacity's good enough again. We're gonna take a gamble on this baryonyx. I'm actually going to send something here. Maybe I'll get another dialogue as soon as possible, maybe I won't. Another 750,000. So when I have that money, build that. How much would I get for demolishing that? 30 or 76,000? Let's deactivate some of the buildings I'm not using, like the research center, the hatcheries I'm not using. And let's go ahead and tear this down now. Is there anything else? So yeah, that was most of my power supply. Need to replenish that pretty quickly, so let's rebuild that. I just put all my guest facilities.
I wasn't sure about this contract,
Ow.
but no matter. The higher-ups are pleased, so you should be as well.
I didn't think that much would go down. God, power stations also take so long to build. It's annoying. Another science contract.
Word is that a new contract is available.
Yeah, literally all my guest facilities are offline right now. Because this power station isn't built yet. Ah, there we go. Right now I can power this stuff back up. It'd be fine. It's all fine now. Alright, Baryonyx should be doing well. Hawaiian Rosaurus. Let's go ahead.
By getting our finances on track, you've opened up a world of opportunities for the science division. For that, you have my thanks.
Get a Hawaiian Rosaurus in there.
Contracts are the bread and butter of our work. And who doesn't like more bread?
Building upgrades. The Ranger accuracy I want. Yeah, Ranger accuracy. Then what was the other one I wanted? There's something else I was gonna research. Oh, buildings. The science center. Yeah. So the visitor centers, they give you income per minute that is in proportion with your reputation with the faction. So I'm not focusing much on entertainment because their visitor center takes up so much room. But I will get down with the science center if it boosts up my freaking funds like crazy. But first, I got a feeder resupply.
Attending to feeder supply.
And I got some guest facilities to get. Let's get the restaurant. And then, actually for the other one, get the clothes shop actually for the other one. Upgrade. Major accuracy.
Everywhere I look, I see new buildings. Looks like you were on top of it.
Let's not argue over the small stuff. Looking at the big picture, this is a solid contract.
Let's go to one
This
of
is
these
where it
yellow
starts.
ones.
Get this part right,
go to
then we
this.
can talk about the rest.
Triangosaurus. I should also. My Baryonyx should also be ready.
Ah, the Hawaiiangosaurus. Another member of the Stegosaurians.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome Harry thanks to the party.
That should really put me up there. Still poor variety. Ugh. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Okay, since that was an Ankylosaurus, let's go to something with substation. Let's squeeze one right in there. Kind of at that point where I don't think I'm going to be hurting for any money anytime soon. Baryonyx has plenty of room. Good. Baryonyx is a really high tier dinosaur. If I go any further, I'm gonna have to build some monorails to improve my transport rating. Oh, did not need to do that. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna hit 5 stars in the next hour. I'm not even at 1.5. Start building the next enclosure, though. I'm gonna start getting an enclosure for specifically the hadrosaurs. Do I even have access to monorail yet? No, I do not. After I have this next enclosure built, these be kind of sizable, but it doesn't have to be overly big. So let's cut this little lake in half. Let's remove all these trees over here. And then instead of waiting for something new, we will start we'll actually start by putting my Montosaurus in here.
Confirming task.
Okay. Ankylosaurs are very temperamental. In fact, I think having 2 Struthiomimuses in there will be pushing it. Typhlosion Tyrant said not many people. Talking about in the game or on the stream? Because on the stream, yeah, there's only a couple people. But it's a Wednesday afternoon. I wasn't expecting many people.
Picking up asset.
There were more people earlier, I think. We're gonna need another enclosure. So let's build another viewing gallery.
Transportation underway.
And here. Pathway. Put a restaurant here. We will put a pathway in between the 2 fences later.
Asset delivery confirmed.
This will be for the ankylosaurids, which there are 4 different ankylosaurids, and they're all like the most temperamental herbivores as far as population goes. None of them like very much company at all.
Resupply request acknowledged.
And then let's put a gate. Let's put a gate. So let's put the gate. And then I don't even have a high enough genome to get the Ankylosaurus. Gives me Ankylosaurus and Triceratops. That gives me Struthiomimus and Corythosaurus. Gives me Ankylosaurus and Corythosaurus. Yeah, this will be like my kind of herbivore hatchery. And then my bigger enclosures will be around here. Might need to expand a little bit with the Ankylosaurus, which will be here. But for the Hadrosaurs, I think I have plenty of room. for all of them. Within population, you know, things, of course. There's so many that require so much, but then, like, Myasauria, which is an obscure dinosaur, and it's an iguanodont. But Iguanodon, one of the more famous dinosaurs, is not in this game. That's one of the more curious emissions. So you would really think the Iguanodon would be in this game. Certainly, Iguanodon was the first dinosaur discovered in modern day.
You need to give dinosaurs the right environment if they're going to thrive.
Hey, I do, right? Oh, Huayangosaurus doesn't have enough forest.
Task received.
I had totally neglected it. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just expand the forest then.
Asset collection request received.
I'm gonna put Huayangosaurus in a different enclosure eventually, but I'm gonna wait until I have Chokingosaurus as well. I'm gonna put Huayangosaurus and Chokingosaurus in the same enclosure, and then in that enclosure I'll also eventually have like Tyrannosaurus, and all the other Stegosaurs. I'll put all the Stegosaurs together. That's some long-term plans. I'll be doing that like off stream, like way later. I haven't gone to yet. So it pays off. Any dinosaurs I don't have yet, or that I don't have out yet. Corythosaurus and Ankylosaurus are the only ones I even have partial genomes for. Triceratops, so yeah, plenty of grassland.
You've closed out that contract and met the objectives. Best outcome possible.
Wait, where did I get the... Oh, Corythosaurus. I need 2 Corythosaurs. Oh, I remember what I was gonna...
This latest contract is a little unexpected, but I'm sure you'll rise to the challenge.
Easy money.
One of the best ways to keep guests safe is to be able to accurately predict how the dinosaurs will respond to certain situations.
I want to keep that open for now. Get another Ankylosaurus fossil. I've been going for about 2.5 hours now. So as soon as I have the Ankylosaurus and the Corythosaurus in their enclosures, I'll switch parks, and I'll show you some of my other dinosaurs. Just to wrap up the stream, because I don't think I'm going to stream this game again. I mean, I'll put it in the polls. Still, since it's an option. As far as like dedicating a stream specifically for this game, no. Okay, it looks like both Corythosaurs are fine, so I'm gonna... want more. I want a higher viability with the Ankylosaurus. Less than 1 minute remaining. And I didn't even get an Ankylosaurus from that freaking trip. Rip.
Request acknowledged.
Guess I'll set these guys up in the Hadrosaur enclosure.
With this animal, the Corythosaurus, you can really see chaos in action. Think of all the combinations and patterns that life tries out, looking for that perfect structure. It's not about success. Life is about refining failure over and over and over again. Always a work in progress, ourselves included.
I guess I'll go ahead and get the Ankylosaurus ready.
You did good work out there with that contract.
Three words. Contract, you, yes.
Don't let this opportunity pass you by.
Heading to collect the asset.
He's got water. I do need to get a feeder in there. Let's build the science center. I'll take the science center in.
Confirming asset delivery. Asset has been collected.
Let's build another power station, I guess. Can I put another medium power station? Yes, I can.
I've heard good things about the expedition. You certainly made the science division a star.
Yeah, I'm not getting any luck with
And of
another
course you too. I'm not forgetting, just
Ankylosaurus skeleton.
prioritizing.
Contracts make the world go round. Or just that money. Either way.
Adding task.
So there's two since a little more cost effective, really. The dinosaurs will eventually die in this game. Wait, does this thing not have power because there's no... this thing requires power. Yeah, there's a substation. It's on.
Confirming task.
Asset requiring collection. En route to pick up the asset.
Alright, so the minuses are being released.
En route to collect the
Tyrannosaurus
asset.
is heading to his enclosure. The only dinosaur I have that I can, like... Well, let's check real quick. Ceratosaurus, check. All these guys, check. I think the only one I'm missing is Chunkingosaurus, which I'm at 0% on.
Wow, keep this up and the sky's the limit.
Omar Salazar said, have you ever thought about making merchandise for your channel? I mean, the first part of that question, the first part of my answer would be like, what the fuck would I have merchandise for? A shirt with my freaking, like, cartoon chibi me? Like that, I'm pretty sure if any of that kind of stuff, I would have to give like 80% of the money I make off that kind of stuff to freaking Kitty Kirishima for actually drawing the art. Which I'd be totally fine with. I think she would be too. Maybe when I feel like I've made it, because I'm still a small channel. I'm at 2,700 subscribers. But the thing is, and I don't know if it's just because I'm not making the kinds of videos that my subscribers want, or if it's because YouTube isn't telling my subscribers that my videos are out, which I've actually been told that before. I've been told that when my JoJo videos were coming out, someone told me that like they didn't even know I was making JoJo videos. Until after I said something about it in a Ruby video. So that's a totally real possibility with the way YouTube is.
Hello. I was wondering if you'd be interested in a new contract.
Yeah, with the way that YouTube is. And like maybe when here's the thing. Maybe when I hit 10,000 subs. When I hit 10,000 subs, if I ever hit 10,000 subs, feels like it took me forever just to get 1,000. Then I'll start looking into doing merch. Like, that's the thing, as a YouTube personality, like, I don't have a catchphrase. like, what joke shirts would I have? Blake is a freaking twat? Context!
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
What would... Like, if I were to make a shirt, what would it say? I'm Mediocrity 4, thanks for watching? Like, that's the closest thing to a catchphrase I have. Like, even like, what I start my reviews with, I'm Mediocrity 4, and this is my review for Ruby Volume 6, Episode 6. If you haven't seen the episode yet, you may want to before watching this review. That's from Captain Logan. That's from Geekvolution Superhero Rewind Show. Hello, I'm Captain Logan, and this is my review for The Dark Knight. If you haven't seen the movie yet, you may want to before watching this review. That was my best Captain Logan impression. Yeah, it's just, I don't have anything like that. Yeah, how about this for something on the shirt? Like, I couldn't think of something on my shirt, so... It's just that's it. That's everything on the shirt. You know you've made it when your face is on a coffee mug, though. Make a coloring book. YouTuber, I can't think of any YouTubers that have a coloring book. Maybe that's what I'll start with. Mediocrity, the coloring book. Featuring just art by Kitty Kirishima, just like all my OCs, and then the chibi versions of like me, Sock, Dude, High Powered, Robert. Maybe get obviously get Kitty in there and get like maybe Coop. Who else have we had on the podcast? I think this is as good as I'm gonna get on the stream. Because the next thing I'm gonna have to get any more stars, to get any more dinosaurs and stuff, I'm gonna have to do some major expansions, so like I'd probably have to have another hotel. I'd have to set some things up like a monorail. So I'm going to save, empty save slot, and I'm going to call this stream. Like, as far as like my jokes and stuff go, which is what you would want on a thing, right? Most of my jokes are so situational. So let's go to this, and I'll show you what a 5-star potential park looks like. Again, because there's so many like random number generators with the people. Because here's the thing: the guests will randomly spawn in different facilities. That it's hard to micromanage what they actually need, and because of the way that works, the facility rating fluctuates a lot. Like you'll hit 5 stars and you literally won't do nothing, and it'll keep going between like 4.5 and 5 stars just because of the randomly generated people. But anyway, with my jokes, so many of them are situational. I can't structure a joke. I can't be like, ask a question and then give a punchline. I can't write jokes like that. Anyway, here's my almost 5-star park. It was 5 stars. This doesn't have every single dinosaur, but it has most of them. Just off the top of my head, I don't think there's a baryonyx. I think it's... Okay, we got... I think that's actually the only one it's lacking. Oh, there's no Indominus Rex and no Indoraptor either. So let's go... Let's take a little tour. And this is gonna be the rest of the stream. Where Salazar said, maybe if you made a calendar with chibi versions of you, Sock, High Power, and everyone else on streams. I can see that. I can see me making a helicopter. Okay, so this has Chasmosaurus and Mysauria. These are ones with very, like, relatively low population. High social population, low total population. They would not fit in the designated enclosures I have for their types. No, not Chasmosaurus, Pentaceratops. Yeah, Pentaceratops and Muttaburrasaurus. Sorry, yeah. Where's the Mysauria then? I guess Mysauria squeezed in with the Hadrosaurs. Alright, so then continuing down the path is gift shop, hotel, restaurant, power station, arcade. Alright. The ceratopsids. I like that you can actually get into the viewing gallery and stuff. Got Torosaurus. We got Triceratops. We got Sinoceratops, which have holes in their heads. And there should be Chasmosaurus as well. Yeah, Chasmosaurus. Yeah, now it's at 5 stars. It's at 5 stars right now, and I haven't even done anything. So continuing on the pathway, here's where all my Pachycephalosaurs are. So you got Draco Rex, got 2 of those. So you need 2. And then you also got Pachycephalosaurus itself. And I think there's 3 of them. Yeah. 3 of them, and then there's 4 Stygimolochs. Yeah. Now the controversial thing about these dinosaurs is that it's actually widely believed by scientists now that they're all the same dinosaur. That like Stygimolochs are the youth, Draco Rex are the medium, and then Pachycephalosaurus is the full adult. But they were named separately because, you know, fossils are like that sometimes. Then continuing on here, we got what I call Hadrosaur Harbor. So here we have the Parasaurolophus, 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 Mysauria, got a bunch of those, Centaurosaurus. Edmontosaurus, which you guys already saw. Corythosaurus. I feel like that was one. No. Let's because this is the campaign and this is Isla Nublar, this is basically the free build mode. There's a tower. Viewing gallery. Gives you not as wide, but a lot further view. Triceratops is dead.
Acknowledging asset.
I need settings. Gameplay? No, sandbox settings is what I need. Dinosaur disease level, we'll keep that normal. No weather, time of day, Certainly put a day-night cycle. Dinosaur escapes, power outages, normal. Dinosaur lifespan, we'll put that unlimited. That way I don't have to keep micromanaging them and replacing them. Alright, now here, this is for some Cretaceous stuff. I got Gallimimus. They're sleeping. I think Struthiomimus are also here. Yeah, Struthiomimus. The difference between Struthiomimus and Gallimimus is that Struthiomimus have more bird-like heads, whereas Gallimimus have the more reptilian heads. But then, in this, I also have a Apatosaurus. You need 3 of those for them to be happy. And then here's my Ankylosaur exhibit. Actually, let's see guys view this. And here's my Ankylosaurus exhibit. Got an Ankylosaurus. Choose this one. It's the big one, the biggest one. But then you also got, I think this is Nodosaurus. Yep. Then Polacanthus. And then Sauropelta. Alright, and then the theme for this one, this is Asian dinosaurs. These are Asian herbivores. These are all the herbivores that you get from dig sites in China. So with that, the tower. Yeah. Gigantospinosaurus. Then you got Chimkingdosaurus, which is what I was trying to get earlier. And then Mamenchisaurus, which is the tallest dinosaur in this game. I think that's all. Oh, and a single Huaynglosaurus. I'm gonna wrap off the herbivore enclosures. Let's actually get into the gyrosphere. Yeah. Gyrospheres, you have to unlock the ability to drive them, otherwise they'll follow this path. So here we have, I believe, this, the theme of this is Jurassic. This is all the, funnily enough, Jurassic Park, mostly Cretaceous dinosaurs. In this game, mostly Cretaceous dinosaurs and no Triassic dinosaurs. There's nothing from the Triassic period in this game. So that's a Diplodocus. That's a Brachiosaurus, very famous. Both very famous dinosaurs. Then over there you got my, that's a Camarasaurus. And then over here you got my Stegosaurus. And then this is a Kintrosaurus, which is a type of Stegosaurus, but it's got all spikes instead of the plates. And there's another Kintrosaurus. Yeah. Every single Jurassic dinosaur in this game is in this inclusion. Well, not every single dinosaur, but every single Jurassic herbivore is in this enclosure. Let's give a little aerial shot. The reason why it's so big is because, let's just look at camera source. Yeah. You gotta have a lot of room for the big ones. They take up a lot of room. And with that, I think we're ready for the carnivores.
Heading to the feeder now.
First, got my boy Al. The Allosaurus. They're one of my favorite dinosaurs. Isn't she a beauty? Over here, no particular theme here, but that is a not Mamenchiasaurus, a Metriacanthosaurus. Noah Wiley was like seeing a lot happen while I was away. Not actually. I switched parks because I'm giving a tour of my main park, my main free build park, to give you guys all a look at all the different dinosaurs, and then I'm going to wrap up the stream. And then the other dinosaur in this enclosure is Deinonychus. Now, Deinonychus is actually what the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park are based on. So this is kind of a weird addition. I would have loved it had the Deinonychus looked more like the actual Velociraptor, like you know, like turkey-sized, long snout. But I like what they did with it. I like the Deinonychus. Deinonychus. So the Ceratosaurus. And then in my fashion, Dilophosaurus in it. Now this enclosure does have a theme. Both Dilophosaurus and Ceratosaurus are from the Jurassic period, the early Jurassic period. They're the oldest carnivores in this park. The Allosaurus is from the late Jurassic. Now here we have Velociraptors. We also have Spinosaurus, and I put a special skin on the Spinosaurus because look at that. That's a full metal skin. I accidentally on the skin, and I was just like, I will never have a different skin for Spinosaurus other than that. Then last but certainly not least, the Tyrant King himself, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Take it from their view. He's looking at them. Oh, what a beauty. I love him. I love it so much. I love this game there's so much I love about this game. So much so, I haven't really addressed any of my complaints. I mean, I kind of addressed how cluttered it can get, and how weird it is that you have to have, like, the power lines and everything. And in order to improve your like, rating or whatever, you have to have these monorail stations. It does actually help with the view because you can ride in it, but it'll stop at each station, and like this is stopped at a station, so it's gonna take a while. Yep, here we go. Travel in the park now via the monorail. Here's the Ceratopsid exhibit. We're flying over the hatchery, or by Hadrosaur Harbor, where all the hadrosaurs are. And here's the Apatosaurus slash Ornithomimid enclosure. And we're gonna hit the next station here. Should actually look like the view from one of the windows. Yeah, there's the Asian exhibit. Wiley asked, have you ever thought about checking out Soul Worker? You've recommended it before. I'm going to have to check it out eventually. I love this. I love this so much. Map size. It's almost impossible. I've seen it done, but it is almost impossible to have a 5-star island that has every single dinosaur in it. Again, like, I'm missing some. Like let's go to a hatchery. So I have 100% all of these. See, I'm missing Baryonyx. I think I'm missing Carnotaurus. Then I'm missing Giganotosaurus. No, notice I'm missing mostly large theropods. Reason being, all the large theropods do not like other large. They take up a lot of room, and none of them like company. They will eat any other dinosaur in their enclosure except the sauropods. Like if I had a dedicated sauropod exhibit or a couple like sauropod heavy exhibits, then I would throw in some of the large theropods into those areas, and some of the theropods in general in those areas as well. Because you can have large and small together, and you can have, but you can't have different species of small theropods together, and you can't have large theropods together. And you can't have anything with Indoraptor except sauropods again. Like Indoraptor would probably be one of the ones I would put in with sauropods. Indoraptor will fight anything else. Indominus Rex. Indominus Rex is the one that is the only thing that can actually kill a sauropod. So that one is one that I would have to have not completely alone, but with nothing but small theropods that will run away. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5. So that's 5 dinosaurs that are not in the park. And I can easily make room for them. Like if I knocked out this area with the hotels and stuff, I could easily make room for most of those. But I would lose my island rating a lot. That's why it's like, I've seen it done. But, wait, I thought I had dinosaurs set to unlimited.
Heading to pick up the asset.
Oh, I definitely need to replace, I think I also need to replace the Triceratops from earlier. Sandbox settings. Oh, I guess I didn't apply it. There we go. That's better. Well, Wiley said lovely. That was one of my big complaints really early on, was like, how am I supposed to build everything in this park? It seems very restrictive. And this is the biggest map. No, I think it's the second biggest map. I think Isla Sordo is a little bit bigger. Okay, let's save. Yeah. There's other islands. We got Isla Nublar, which is free build mode. It's also used for the challenges. Isla Matanceros. That's the first island, and I got 5-star ratings on all of these, but the ratings have went down as I've revisited the islands for various missions, except Isla Peña. Isla Peña is still 5 stars. But that's like I said when I first switched parks. The numbers are so random. Yeah. So Isla Monteseros, that's the tutorial island, and then you have Isla Morata, which is it introduces the storms, and then Isla Tacaño, that's where you really learn budgetary things. Isla Pina is where you have to learn how to use things wisely because it's all really narrow. So you don't have room to build more than like 1 or 2 hatcheries. Then Isla Sorna is the easiest, it's the biggest, and it's like, oh, there's like wild dinosaurs just running around. Like, yeah, there's like a couple Stegosaurus and 1 Spinosaurus, but you can get rid of them and then it turns into basically just another like Isla Monteseros, but with heavier storms. Top stock. Triceratops. It's getting a little lonely.
Feeder resupply request received.
Omar Salazar said, have you played Doom 2016? A little bit. I don't have it. I never owned it. And I never rented it either. I played it with a friend. A friend has it. So my experience with it is very limited. But I like what I saw. I might get it eventually. Do I have any other stations? No, this is my only one. Jurassic Tour. Yeah, because it's called Jurassic Tour, I think. Unless I renamed it that. In which case, clever me, because that's the Jurassic area. You know what? Let's, because I already saved it, let's end this off with a fight. We're gonna put an Indominus Rex in the Rex pit. And that is how we'll end the stream. Is with that fight.
Heading to the feeder now.
It's gonna take a while because Indominus Rex. Actually, I can probably reaction speed. Reaction. That should speed it up. Because it's got 100% viability. Yeah, I mean, not much to do once you hit 5 stars. It's like, okay, just maintain. Maintain and experiment. Like if I were to unleash an Indoraptor here, it would systematically just start slaughtering everything. It would probably take out the raptors first, and then pick a fight with the Spinosaurus and kill it. Or the Spinosaurus would kill it instead. Yep, it's at 15%. add more soda. I'm checking some messages again. Yeah, some of these dinosaurs take way too long to incubate. It's really makes the game feel the game time feel padded. Like I have the triple reaction speed 3.0. This is as fast as it's gonna go. This is as fast as possible. I guess I can kill that time with... Oh, another thing that kind of bugs me. The facilities themselves. Okay, so you can micromanage them. I like this. You got like selling, sell for, manage staff, management view. I don't actually know what that does, how changing the management view changes anything. That's part of the problem. But there's also the implication that, like, each thing, each of these only sells one thing. Like, this only sells lunch boxes. See, like, lunchbox expense $4, sell for $6, so that's $2 profit per person. But then Barbasol, and it's still $6, so it's like, yeah, it's just weird. Why would these places only sell one thing? Why wouldn't they have like tons of options? Like, Jesus Christ, you're a dinosaur park. Have some dignity. Not boring dinosaurs. If you've ever seen the documentary Walking with Dinosaurs, I think it's one of the best documentaries ever. Parts of it are outdated, but that's just the nature of having dinosaur documentaries. In that style, especially in that style. But I hadn't... When I first saw that, I was aware of, like, Ankylosaurus and stuff because I had tons of dinosaur books as a kid. But there's one scene in the final episode of that miniseries where a T-Rex gets in a fight with an Ankylosaurus, and the Ankylosaurus just picks it up hard. Just shatters its hip. Like, the T-Rex would have died from not being able to move if not for the meteor killing it sooner. That's actually, like, from a storytelling level, kind of my complaint with a lot of dinosaur documentaries, and Walking with Dinosaurs very much included. They always drum up, like, the doom and gloom of, like, this is the end of the era. Like, even when it's not the end of the dinosaur era. For instance, the first episode of Walking with Dinosaurs that talks about the Triassic period and talks about Coelophysis. It drums up like, soon the archosaurs will die and the dinosaurs will be dominant. Soon the Coelophysis will be outdated and replaced by Dilophosaurus and stuff. Soon the Ornithocheirus will die, as will all of its kind. It's like, come on, just show the life and death of a single dinosaur. I love the Walking With series. I wish they would do like a reboot because there was some top quality stuff. The first one was Walking with Dinosaurs, then they had a sequel called Walking with Prehistoric Beasts, which I think I actually watched before Walking with Dinosaurs. I just seem to have earlier memories of watching Walking with Prehistoric Beasts.
En route to feeder. Task received.
But Walking with Dinosaurs, and both of those were 6 episodes long, and each episode was like an hour long. And then the third one was a prequel called Walking with Monsters. And Walking with Monsters only had 3 episodes, and they were a lot clunkier because they covered so much more time. Like, see, let's get Ranger Team 2 because it's heading there.
Confirmed.
Then we'll medicate. Oh, Spinosaurus is sleeping. He looks so peaceful. But yeah, the first episode of Walking with Monsters, it went through like the Cambrian with that I've never seen that animation before. I've never seen it like jump like that. The Cambrian with the Nautilus and the like proto-fish. Then the Ordovician was next, which was Pterygotus, a giant sea scorpion. In the first like jawless fish, and then the Devonian period with the first jawed. But then you had the second episode was it went through the Carboniferous period with the giant freaking insects and the first reptiles and the giant alligator-sized amphibians. And then the early Permian period with Dimetrodon. And then the last episode went late Permian period with Gorgosaurus, and then early Triassic with, I'm blanking on the name, but it was an Scutosaurus, I think. It was Scutosaurus. I think it was Scutosaurus. No, I think Scutosaurus was in the previous episode, early Permian. I can't remember. No, it wasn't that episode, but Scutosaurus was late Permian. It's been a long time since I've seen it. But then Walking with Dinosaurs, I'm going in chronological order. Walking with Dinosaurs was started off with the late Triassic with actually do this manually to show you how it works. With Coelophysis, Plateosaurus, and Postosuchus were the last great Archosaur super predators.
Good shot. No diseased dinosaurs detected.
Handing over the
And then the second episode was focused around Diplodocus, and it also had like Stegosaurus and Allosaurus. And I'm gonna finish up this recap before I unleash Indominus Rex because I want this to be the final part. The third one was all about the seas, and it focused around Ichthyosaurus and had Leopleurodon. Then the fourth one was centered around pterosaurs, and namely Ornithochirus. And then the fifth one was all about the Antarctic dinosaurs with Lilianosaurus and Koolasuchus. Koolasuchus being the last of the great giant reptile super predator or amphibian super predators that first came in around the Carboniferous period, but then slowly died out during the Permian and barely hung on during the Triassic and Jurassic periods in the Cretaceous. And then the final episode was all about the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the last days of the dinosaurs. Okay, so here's Indominus Rex. The supervillain of Jurassic World, and the reason why that movie sucks. Because that's the problem with it. From Jurassic 3 onward, they stopped treating the dinosaurs like animals, and they started treating them like any other movie monster. That's why Jurassic World sucks, and that's why Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom sucks. Because the Indoraptor, well, that's not the only, it's the only reason why Jurassic World sucks. It's not the only reason why Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom sucks. You know, Walking with Prehistoric Beasts, if I remember correctly, it's been even longer ago when I watched that. The first one was all about post-dinosaurs that had like the terror birds and the early protosaurs. The second episode, I think, was all about the oceans with Basilosaurus. Oh, yeah, are they going to square up? Are they going to square up? I think they are. He's giving that funny look. Yep, he's squaring up. Who will win? I think Indominus Rex has higher stats, so I think Indominus Rex first. I remember bits and pieces of prehistoric. I know it ended with like cavemen. With like the Cro-Magnon in the Neanderthals with both of these things are highly territorial. It's pretty much whoever gets the next fight and wins. They're both relatively low health. Oh, I think the T-Rex is running. Then the T-Rex submits. Oh, fuck that! I want to see some. I want to see some death. Square up again. Come on, you got people watching you. The T-Rex is trying to pick a fight. Now they're drinking and replenishing their health. A little bit of grassland for some trees. I don't have any room to expand. Oh no, I need to take away some trees. more trees. Alright, now Indominus Rex should be comfortable. Tyrannosaurus is still comfortable, alright. Square up. Square up again. I wish there were genes to make them more aggressive. Oh, yep, I think they're square up again. This is not going to go well for the Rex. But Tyrannosaurus has more health. Yep, I think that ends the fight. Nope, T-Rex is still standing. So T-Rex can still win this. Once again, whoever fights next. The next fight will win this. I like that they did battle damage. I don't like that the battle damage does not correlate with where they get hit. Yep, Indominus Rex with that fight. It wins. The T-Rexes at minimal health. The Tyrannosaurus has been defeated.
Collecting asset.
The Indominus Rex nurses its wounds and slowly recovers from a hard-earned but not at all deserved victory, because Indominus Rex is dumb. It's not even a real dinosaur. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me for tonight. I've been going for over almost 3.5 hours now. Yeah, so if this game interests you, check it out. It's a ton of fun. A lot of hours spent in this game for me. So until next time, and I will have a poll up in a few minutes. Give me a minute, and I will have a poll for Saturday stream. I'm gonna stream Saturday, and that one I'll leave up to you. 3 previous poll winners will be up. It'll be between God of War, Bloodborne, and Red Dead Redemption 2. So until then, I'm Mediocrity4. Thanks for watching.